Hello, friends, especially those of you who belong to Our Lady of Joy Catholic Church in Carefree, Arizona. My name is David Linz. I'm the Director of Faith Formation here at the parish. I recently heard something that was a real simple story, and yet I found it very inspiring. And I hope you find it to be inspiring as well, especially during this time of sickness and pandemic and discord and everything that's going on in the world. It's a story about kindness. And I know when you hear the word kindness, you think of rainbows, butterflies, Skittles, and you're like, yeah, okay, get this out of, next. Don't discount how important kindness is. After all, it is a fruit of the Holy Spirit according to Galatians. Galatians 5:22, if you want to look it up at home. Now, there is a young woman in our parish. She is in our high school program. She's absolutely fantastic. So while I wasn't surprised that she was the one who did this, I guess I'm a little sad that I didn't think of it first. Her name is Morgan, and I found out recently that when everybody was getting locked down the first time around, everybody got sent home from schools. When so many people, high school teens and adults, were thinking, oh, woe is me, I'm losing all of this fun I can have. I can't go to the movies, I can't do this, I can't do that. Morgan wasn't thinking about herself, she was thinking about other people. She had conversations with some of her friends, and in a kind of a sly but holy way, she found out their addresses, she found out their favorite drinks, from, Dutch Bros and Sonic, I guess. And then she would drop them off at their front door, get back, call them and say, hey, you've got your drink waiting at your front door for you. How thoughtful is that? How amazing is that? How outside the norm of how most older folks talk about youth these days and teens these days is that? And yet I don't know. I think we're all supposed to be like Morgan in this way, outwardly focused, not just worried about our own trials, and struggles. I mean, after all, let's see, Romans 12:10 says, anticipate one another in showing honor. Philippians 2:3-4, in humility value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of others. Nailed it. 1 Corinthians 10:24, no one should seek their own good, but the good of others. I was also reminded of another individual from our parish community. He was an older gentleman who was dying. And he knew that my wife and I were going through a very difficult time. It was when we had a little girl who we had from birth to past 10 months old. And essentially it was a reversed adoption situation, and we lost her, and it was the hardest thing that I'll ever deal with in my life. And whenever he saw me, he would come up to me and say, David, how are you and your wife doing? It was the first thing that he would ask. And if I would try to ask him how he was doing, he would just go, you know what? I'm good. I'm happy. What? Out of this world, and I mean that literally. Talk about kindness. Talk about just a grace extended. So I ask you and myself to examine how we can be more like these two people, like Morgan and that gentleman who hopefully now is looking down on us from heaven and praying for us. What can we do, and who can we do it for? Whose addresses do you have? Who can you bless with a handwritten note or an Amazon delivery? Or when I was a kid, we did something called Ding Dong Ditch. I'm not encouraging it, by the way, except in a holy way. Get something that you know would make someone smile. And by the way, this is if you're healthy enough to do so. Go to their house, leave it on their doorstep, ring the doorbell, run to your car and drive off. Make sure it's not something that will melt, because it's like 115 outside. But who can you bless? Who can you bless? I'm asking myself that as we record. I want us all to think this way. I want us all to be more like Morgan in this way. Not to be so upset that I can't take my wife to, a movie and dinner, but rather who can I reach out to and make their day a little bit better. And while we're on the topic of blessings, I just wanted to thank all of you for blessing our parish community so richly through your generosity. So many of you have switched to online giving, which has really kept us afloat. We've gotten some incredibly generous one-time donations to kind of get us through this period. I have so many friends who work at other Catholic churches, and your generosity and your outpouring to myself and the other members of the staff here to be able to continue to work for you has been truly humbling, and I thank you for that. On that note, please stay in touch with us through Facebook, through our website, through our bulletin, our email blasts, and every other way, including this YouTube channel, that we're reaching out to you, because we have so many exciting things going on and about to start. I know, speaking for the adult faith formation, right now we have 3 different things going on. We have a Bible study on Monday. We actually have a catechism class on Friday. Oh, and on Wednesday we're doing a series on the Eucharist, and it's all through Google Meet, so you don't even have to get dressed up. But if you have any questions about that or RCIA, please send me an email. It's dlins@oloj.org. That's DLINS@oloj.org. And once again, thank you so much for all that you're doing to keep our parish going during this difficult time. You are in our prayers. And Morgan, I'm a little hurt you didn't send me a coffee too. I'm just kidding. God bless you. Thank you.